Hello and welcome to or back to my channel. I'm Simone, if you haven't been here before. If you have, nice to see you again. Today we are going to be diving into my collection video, so if you were expecting more of like a view of the desk, that will be coming. But I needed to jump in here with a couple of details first. First, I am selling about 200 albums on Instagram right now. I did a whole deep cleaning to move stuff around in my room a couple weeks ago, and now I just have a giant container of albums. So I wanted to take a quick moment just to show you guys on here what I have and then send you guys towards my Instagram if you're interested in anything. They are going to be pretty cheap because it's more of a space concern than anything. I kind of want to get some things out. So yeah, let's just take a quick look at that really fast. Hello. This is the situation right now. This is our packing station and this is the box. So I was not kidding when I said I have maybe 200 items in here. And clearly it's taking up a lot of space. I can't open my closet right now. So if you aren't all interested in a million Stray Kids albums, we have Hop, 5-Star, Rockstar, I believe we have a couple of the earlier albums too, a million copies of 19.99 by BOYNEXTDOOR, also some of the member copies of of Why and How, and also an extra copy of the No Genre album and also member version of No Genre, bunch of TXT, some extra copies of their member versions for Tomorrow, for literally like every TXT album. It's not even funny. So many TXT albums, some like more random stuff like a Dream Week thing, membership kits, some of their memories, DVD packs, and some New Jeans, some kep1er, LE SSERAFIM, Stacy, what else? Twice, BTS. We have some BTS DVDs. We also have BTS membership kits. We also have some signed albums, TXT signed albums, the Yeonjun signed album in here. There's also a Daeyeon from kep1er signed album in here. As you can see, a million different things. Also some enhypen. Like, if you're interested in any of the groups I ever talk about in my videos, we definitely have some stuff in here and you'll be able to find something. So if you want like cheap albums, cheap DVDs, membership kits, that kind of thing that will include sometimes photo cards, you'll have to ask. Some of them are just like posters, CDs, stickers, that kind of thing. We can discuss prices. I would just really like to get some of the stuff moving out. So thank you for taking the time to look at this with me. Definitely head down below to the link to my camera gave out. It stopped recording. Basically, if you're interested at all, head down below to the link to my trading Instagram, trade sale group order Instagram, and we'll figure out prices and stuff. So yeah, thank you. And then second, this is something I feel slightly guilty asking about, but I'm gonna ask anyways because I'm low-key desperate. So BOYNEXTDOOR are doing a fan sign in LA, and I would really like to be able to enter that and have a chance of winning it and being able to talk to them and kind of tell them how much they mean to me and how much they've helped me with my journey with my anxiety. But obviously a lot of people are going to be entering that, so I'm hosting a group order, and if any of you guys are interested in claiming a K-pop BINDER TOUR or a full album, or you just want to share the post and help me out, that would be absolutely incredible. It is pinned on my trading account, which I'll put right here, and also a link in the description. Again, absolutely no pressure, but if you do feel like helping me out, I would appreciate it so much. And yes, that's that. Now that we've covered those two things, let's hop right in to my actual collection tour. God, I don't know if anyone else actually has this experience, but the minute I start recording, I get like so thirsty and I feel like I can't breathe. I'm like sitting here and I'm like, let's hop right in. Hello, and welcome to the first part of the actual binder tour. This is my mid-year collection tour for 2025. This is actually my second time doing a collection tour at this point of the year, so it means this is the 1-year anniversary of this channel, which feels like a huge deal, so thank you if you've been watching since then or you started watching more recently. I love having you here, and let's dive right into this section. This section is going to be probably the most eclectic. You'll see once we get in. So let's start first with this binder. This is my Stray Kids non-Lino binder, and non-OTA, because I do have OTA binders as well. So we first start with Han's Korean album photo cards. For a while I was gonna collect like Minsong Foley, but I realized how hard that was gonna be. So now I just collect some Han album cards, put those in here. I also collect some Nacific cards for him, and the occasional POB. Usually Target, Barnes & Noble, or something US based. But of course, like every once in a while, there'll be something like that is just so cute that I have to buy it while I'm at KCON. And then we also have some Chan cards. If you know my Stray Kids bias line is Lino, Han, and Chan. So I try to collect a few of Chan as well. So Korean cards. And then we do end up getting in to some Nacific cards, and also this is like a Stay Zone card, a couple of merch cards, and then also a couple of Hyunjin's cards. And this one Jongin card that somebody gifted me because it's adorable and it's gonna stay with me forever. So yeah, that is my non-Lino collection, non-OT8 set collection in this really cute Han binder. I do have one that matches for Chan, but right now it's just holding large inclusions that I would like to be able to put back in their albums just for like storage. So we're not going to see that today. Coffee time. Okay. And then on to, honestly, oh, is my straw going to be in the frame? Hang on. Oh, it is. That's so ugly. I'm sorry. Hang on. That's better. Okay. And then we're on to the Dan and Phil binder. I did spell Dip and Pip wrong, so now it says Dip and Rip, but I think it's so funny that it's here forever. This collection very well might be my favorite collection. Like, it just is so fun. I have been such a big Dan and Phil fan for quite literally like my whole life. So having the ability to combine that interest with my K-pop interest is just so fun. So we do start here with a Dan signed postcard from his tour. This is a Dan and Phil signed postcard from the Interactive Introverts merch. And then we get into the actual photo cards. So we do have Minsong cards signed by both of them. I saw a lot of people were getting them to sign photo cards, and I was just like, so it's a sign. I have to bring them Minsong cards. So actually iconic. Like, Phil did smear his signature while he was doing it, but that's okay. Like, it suits him that he would do that. And then we have a couple of the holo cards up in the front. And then we kind of just go in order through the rest of the cards. I am collecting all of them, which is hard. I am struggling a little bit, but we're gonna get there. I feel like I've made really good progress. Like, I have the Golden Pig cards. Are you kidding? I pulled those if you watched my last video, which was an unboxing of like 7 packs of photo cards. I did have to go and buy more from the online drop because I only got, I think, 4 packs on tour. And then I was like, no, I need to do them all. So here we are. They're such cute cards. I am still missing my like favorite one though. I love the university hoodies, and there's one where they're doing like claws, and it's just so cute. Like, it is a need for me. But we'll see what happens. Yes. This collection is just so fun and so cute. And then I'm gonna cover this. We do have one holo card. Still missing the other unlimiteds as well. And then we do have a bill, because I actually had second row seats for the show in San Diego, and I had a meet and greet when I got them to sign those. But I managed to catch one of the dollar bills from the middle of the show, so of course I brought that home and put it in my binder. And behind this is drawings they've done for me, and I'm covering them now, not because I'm passionately gatekeeping them, but because I'm going to get them tattooed, and I want them to be tattooed on me first before I show them to the world. Not that I think any of you guys are going to steal it, but just for my own sake. But later, they will definitely be shown because I'm not going to care after I do it. But yeah, that is that. Such an absolutely fun collection. I love it so much. I keep thinking to myself, maybe I'll like color match it with paint and fix it, but it doesn't matter. I think it's funny. It's like even more personalized now. Okay, and on to our final binder of this size. This is kind of, I call it my retired collection binder, but it's not really retired so much as like barely changing. It's groups that I do still like, and I might pick up an album every once in a while, but I'm not gonna need like space to expand it. So let's dive right in. We're gonna be starting with Aimers. So Aimers is probably my favorite Nugu group. and I have been collecting them since debut era, but there's just not very many people that trade or sell their cards. So it was becoming kind of expensive and difficult. So I ended up just saying, I'm going to keep what I have, I'm going to put them in here, but I'm not going to be like running to get more. I do actually have a signed card in here, which is really cool. Yo is my bias, so I knew I had to pick up something of his to put in here that would be like a special item from debut era. So I did find this on Nokia and I put it in here. It was on my desk for a while, but I felt like the sun was going to start bleaching it, so I moved it in here. Then we have BTS. BTS were my first K-pop group. They were my alt group. But similar to groups like Blackpink and Twice, which we'll get to, I've just felt like a little bit not engaged with the fan bases recently, so I'm not feeling very driven to collect stuff. Like, I do love the groups, and I'm so happy to have stuff in this binder, but I'm just not, like, feeling very passionate about collecting further. And then we get into the Rose, which the Rose is like me and my dad's band. We go to their concerts together a lot, so it's like it's fun to have a few things, and also like some of Wooseong's solo stuff, but like it's not a collection that I'm fighting to collect more for. My dad actually has a few of their cards in his room, which is really fun, and in his office, which I think is so cute that he's like into it like that. And then we have Blackpink. So this section for Blackpink is like a random pop and Rosé's like live album cards and group cards. There is more Blackpink later. I don't know why I separated it, but I just haven't taken the time to fix it. So we have one Red Velvet card that my friend Delaney gifted to me, which she got the album at the source, and she was just like, do you want this? And I was like, sure, it's really cute. I don't collect Red Velvet or really even know much about them, but it is a fun card, so I just keep it. We have Twice. Similar thing with BTS, just like, I like Twice, I've seen them live, I thought they were really good, but they're not a group that I like allocate a lot of money or time towards. So I keep them here, I think it's really fun, but not expanding it. Then we have some BTS full sets. Very fun. We have Proof, we have a vinyl set, we have B, then we have a couple of J-Hope's Jack in the Box cards, some group cards, and the Butter messages. Then we have some more Blackpink. Same with everything else I've been talking about. I do really like Blackpink. I've seen them live. I was a really big fan of them when I was a little bit younger. Still into them, but like not a passionate collection. And then in the back, we have some random Kep1er stuff. My Kep1er collection is one of my favorite collections, but it's in a larger binder, and I wasn't able to find pages that fit these things perfectly. So for now, they're just in here to keep them safe. These are broadcasts, so those especially needed to be somewhere that they would be not damaged. I didn't want to put them in the wrong size pages. So yeah, this will probably be changing at some point, but for now, that's where those are. And that is the end of this binder. We'll move on to the next size category. This is gonna be the most like not exciting part. We have these three smaller binders. So this one has nothing in it. It's what I bring when I'm bringing a few cards to a concert or something. So I have a little leave it on there. And yeah, I just throw things in here when I want to bring them with me, but I don't want to bring like a giant binder. This is my Kai Act Lovesick binder. It is like PVC or something, so everything that's in here is low-key stuck in here. So it just kind of stays like this. It's just filled with some TXT, mostly just Kai, I think, tour cards. It's a fun little thing to flip through every once in a while, but I'm not that passionate about tour cards in general anymore, especially the ones that are this size. Shout out to BOYNEXTDOOR for having normal size tour cards, because I actually cannot handle these. So yeah, it just kind of is what it is. They're very cute cards. I do have like, these are from To Do when they did a photo card drop, but yeah, very fun. And then this is the, which tour is this? Sweet Mirage, I think? Photo strip binder. So we have this with Kai's little lucky draw thing on there, and it just has some photo strips in it. It's mostly TXT. I know there's a few Stray Kids things in here. I think they are lucky draws. Yeah, these. Oh my goodness, the fight I went through to get these. I don't know why I'm so emotionally attached to these, but I needed all four. This one was like my favorite Stray Kids item in my collection for a long time, which is kind of obscure, but I don't know, I just think they're really cute. And then we have some photo booth things that are done with my friends. I know that sounds crazy because none of my friends are in these, but like they're 2-part ones, so you get a strip of the idols and then a strip of you and your friends. So I'm not being delusional and saying my friends. The other ones are just on the wall right now. Some Stay Week ones, and then Mini World. Sorry if this is a horrible angle. I am struggling to get these pages apart. Very fun. Oh, and then here we are, me and a couple of my friends at the Fonda Theater a couple years ago. And then Blackpink the album thing. Yeah, so that is that. Once again, we will move on to the next size. This is my kind of like in the middle size binder. This is mostly boy groups that are not Boy Next Door or Stray Kids that I still collect somewhat actively. This is a Meow Cafe binder in case you are curious. So this, we're gonna start with my light is not in a good position. Hang on. Oh, it's on my shoe now. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we have Jay from enhypen first. So I did watch Island, and Jay has been my man since then. I love him so much. And I do actually have tickets to see enhypen, so I'm very excited. I've seen them once before on their first US tour in Anaheim. This time I'm going to their LA stop, and I'm really excited. I've been like thinking about my outfit a lot these days. So yes, shout out Jay. Gotta love Jay. And then we have my Kai collection, which used to be like a fully complete collection. I've downsized it a bit just to be the cards I really, really like, because there were a few like Weverse version cards that I'm not like super in love with. So this is what it is now. It's still like pretty good. I'm like on the more recent eras, there's not quite as few, but I'm trying to keep up. Then we have some Kai non-album, some like memories or season's greeting cards or like a tour lucky draw, that kind of thing. Photo book cards, a couple Japanese cards, and then yeah, that's the Kai collection, and then we're into ZB1. So I'm a Hanbin girl. Once again, have been since Boys Planet. I love him. So I do collect mostly him, but honestly, like I love ZB1 as a group so much that whenever I pull my like bias line, so Hao, Jung, and Matthew, I keep their cards too. So yeah, this is the situation. And then we have a page of P1 Harmony. I wouldn't go as far as to say like I stan P1 Harmony, but I really, really enjoy them. Just I've had like such a good time seeing them at KCON a couple times that like when they have put out an album recently, I've either bought myself a copy or with their most recent album, my friend gifted me a copy. So I definitely like keep their cards in here. Jung's my bias, but I feel like I'm kind of an in-talk magnet. But yeah, Jung, although crazy story, so at KCON last year I had Floor, and Intalk walked right by me and he tried to fist bump me twice, and I was so nervous that I missed his hand both times. So basically kill me. How is that possible? Literally, how is that possible? I gotta need to get my anxiety worked out. What do you mean I couldn't fix myself in time for that moment? But yeah, no, it's fine. It's not the end of the world, but it was super sad. Okay, and then we're on to our next kind of mid-size collection, although this binder is really full, so I'm not sure calling it mid-size is really fair. This is the Boy Next Door binder. Okay, so the binder I showed you a second ago was originally my Boy Next Door binder. I had that for about 2 weeks, and then I was like, oh my god, the collection's gonna outgrow this so fast. Saw them at KCON. Well, okay, let's back it up. Let's back it up a little bit. So my friend Ocean is a huge Boy Next Door fan. She has been since debut, and she kept trying to get me to listen to them, and I just like, I don't know what was going on with me. I just didn't take the time to do it. But when Earth, Wind & Fire came out, I listened to it and I was like, hang on, wait, this is so good. And then she wanted to go to KCON to see them, and kep1er were playing the same night, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. Get a hotel, like, let's just have so much fun and do this. And then, oh my god, I managed to fall in love with Boy Next Door. During, like, the month leading up to KCON, tried to get a high touch thing, and I got scammed, so that didn't happen. But I did try. Saw them at KCON at the show, and then also at the convention stage the next day, and just had so much fun. They were just so good. And then they did a ramen booth, and I had like second row for that and had the most awkward 4-minute long eye contact with Taesan, and I was like, he's my old bias. Like, it was like a falling in love. Like, not really. Like, I'm not crazy. I promise you, I'm not trying to sound delusional, but it was like this moment where I was like, oh my god, I have to ult Boy Next Door. So I did. And then when I got back from KCON, I had to buy a whole new binder, and ended up collecting all their albums within like 2 weeks. It was crazy, but I love them so much, and this collection is so much fun. Out of all of the group's fan bases that I trade in a lot, the biggest shout out to One Doors ever. They're so nice. It's been like the best community that I've ever been in. So we can start here with Korean album cards. These two are on the way. I'm still missing this one. So we have Who, and then Why and How. These two cards have like little tiny holes in them because the postman like bit it or something. If you saw my video where I unboxed them, you'll see that this is like the best they possibly could have turned out. The envelope had like an actual like if this is the envelope, this entire section was gone, and like I had like a bite out of it. Like, I don't know what happened, but it was wild. It was the worst I'd ever seen damaged mail, but they made it out alive somehow, so I'm honestly happy with that. I might replace them at some point though, because they're kind of like indented, but I don't know. We have them for now. Then we have 19.99, a very special era to me because it was the first era that I ever went shopping on the day it came out for albums. And then we have No Genre, which I've completed trading for the actual album cards except for the Weverse versions because I'm stupid. I thought I would be so smart and order a copy from Soundwave with a group order I was doing for Kep1er's new characters, but I didn't read the description where it says that that merch does not come out until September, so there's probably no chance I'm getting this album before like November, December. So whoops. Great. And then we have a Japanese album section. So we have and then we're also set up for Boy Life right now, which by the way, I am hosting for Boy Life. So if you are looking for a group order for all the versions, including the solo versions, I have those open right now on my trade sale group order Instagram. I'm shipping everything to my Japanese address, so EMS and DOM should be super reasonable if you are looking for a group order for that. And now we have the US card section. So we have Why set up right now for Target and the general market card, and then How for Walmart. Do have Target, already have the Barnes & Noble and Target cards, and also Walmart. No, I don't have Walmart. Wait, no. No, wait, sorry. This is Walmart. Target is in the OT6 set for 19.99, and then I am set up for No Genre Walmart, and this is Barnes & Noble, and this is the general market. This is the merch card section, so we have, this was from the keychain for 19.99, and this is for the thing that comes with the character merch. And this is his birthday set. These are so cute. Like, I love this card so much. It's so cute. And also the ears. Like, thank you. Thank you so much. And then I decided I wanted to collect like a reasonable amount of non-album for him. So I have a row per album, and I've gone through and kind of decided which ones I want to get slowly. So we have Who and Why, and then How, and then still just looking for one more for And. Haven't decided on which one, but next time I'm on Nokia, I'm probably just gonna select one. And then we have 19.99. I do have one of his from this era in a photo card holder right now. And I don't know where my bag is, so I can't show you, but we do have one more. And then we have No Genre setup, and Boy Life without things picked out yet, because I haven't seen the cards, obviously. And then we have the unit section, still missing a few of them, but honestly, like, this is kind of low prio. Eventually I'll get to it, but not, like, super worried about it. And then we have No Genre. The UNIS era are so cute. I'm so tempted to collect, like, another row of them, just because I love them so much. I think I have 3 copies of this one, though, at this point. Like, it's actually so funny. So maybe I'll throw one of those in here. Then we have the No Genre Target set. I've decided to collect one OT6 set per era for US sets. So I'm doing Target this time. Still missing Songo, but we'll get him eventually. And then this is 19.99's Target set. Honestly, like, their Target sets are so cute. I would love to collect the OT6 set for the teddy bear Target cards for why, but they're so expensive. Like, I cannot be spending $40 per card. Ugh, crazy. And then we have the general market section. So this is the normal album general market card for no genre. This is the normal album set for 19.99, still missing Jaehyun. And then this is the general market set for the click version, member version of 19.99. Still missing a few from this one. I got a little dissuaded from collecting OT6 for the member versions this time, just because I honestly struggled so much with it last era that I'm just like, no thank you. And then we have the ID set. Struggled so much to find Jaehyun, even though they're really cheap. Like, nobody was trading them for some reason, and I just, like, it took me like 2 months to get that one. Then we have the click set and the Weaver's baby photo set. I am so glad I joined a group order for these, because I got all 6 at once, and it was like, it was a miracle. And then we have the ID card that came from the Weaver's version of How. The sticker set, which I keep forgetting to look for cards for How. And the meme cards for How. The letter version for Y. Still missing a couple, obviously. And then we have the OT6 set that came with the Who Weverse version. And now we're out of album into non-album. So these are 2 sets from this year's Season's Greetings. I love the drawing on the back of here. Like, Jan's barcode is so cute. And then we have photo book. So I do have their first one for Draw My Life, and I haven't picked up their recent second photo book yet. So that's definitely going to happen eventually, but I just haven't done it yet. And then we have the light stick set and 1 set from their first fan meeting with 1 unit on the back. I keep thinking that I'd like to do 1 page per photo card set released for like fan meetings and concerts, but I just haven't done that, so this might be the only time I do it. But we'll see. Maybe if they do US ones, I'll do like 1 page per US set. I don't know. We will see. And then we have the sticker set, and I do love them all so much. So I have like a section for just a few cards from each member that I've pulled that I really wanted to keep. So we have a couple of Sungho, couple of Ryu, couple of Jaehyun. This one was on my bag for my whole first semester of college because I was so nervous, and having like a little Jaehyun card with me was like my security blanket, if that makes sense. So like, that's a really special card to me. And then we have some Ihan and some Unak. Unak is my second bias, so I do have quite a few of his cards in here. But yeah. So actually, I just want to like info dump a little story on you guys right now. So my friend Gabby managed to get us 2 tickets for BOYNEXTDOOR's Grammy Museum show. I actually could scream and cry. I'm like so grateful. She's literally missing Extraordinary Heroes to go to this with me. Like, it's gonna be so amazing. And if you know, I do have POTS, which is like a chronic illness, which makes it relatively impossible to stand outside in long lines and wait. So we talked to the staff there, and they are being so accommodating and sweet. It's actually like making my year how nice they are being. They've already saved us 2 ADA seats, and their ADA seats are in the front, which honestly, like, that is such incredible treatment. I've never seen that happen anywhere before, and they've just been so responsive. And like, the peace I feel knowing that I don't have to go wait all day and then feel unwell the whole time, and I can just go at a reasonable time, have this seat reserved for me and not stress about it, and have like the best experience ever with a band that means so much to me is like, I'm just so grateful. Like, I obviously, like, I don't expect to get special treatment because I have a disability, but when people are super, super nice without me having to like request it, it's such an incredible experience. I'm just so grateful for it. And also shout out Gabby for literally like calling me at 10 in the morning when I was still in bed and being like, Simone, we need to get these tickets, like they're out now, and even using a membership to get them. Like, so grateful. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun. I will definitely like record some of it and post it here for you guys to see if I'm allowed. I don't know, but it's gonna be so fun. I can't wait to see my boys again. I was so sad they're not going to KCON this year because of Lollapalooza, but I still get to see them, and hopefully maybe do the fan sign. We'll see. Hoping for the best on that, but either way, at least I get to see them at the Grammy Museum, and it's gonna be just such a fun time. So yeah, that is my BOYNEXTDOOR collection. Let's move on to larger binders. This is a binder we're doing first to get it out of the way, because it's not going to be the most exciting section. Oops, I just almost knocked over my light. This is large inclusions. So, we can start right at the front. Oh, maybe I need to zoom this out a little bit. Oops, wrong way. Oops, too much. Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay. Boy Next Door in the front. I am collecting all of Taeson's large inclusions, which is certainly an anomaly. For most groups, I do not care to do that, but like, I'm feeling passionate about my Taeson collection. Oh, the ring light is not looking great on there. Is that better? That's better. So, we have his stuff in front, a couple of really cute larger inclusions from the other members, and then the Season's Greetings Polaroids, and the 19.99 job applications. Still missing Ryu, I believe. And then we have kep1er. I used to have a bunch of kep1er stuff in here, but I've kind of downsized it to be mostly just his stuff. Still very fun. I feel like large items are such a pain to organize that I've just been getting less and less passionate about it. Then we have TXT, some Kai stuff, some signed postcards, some larger postcards, which are a pain to make not slide around, so I just have not gotten around to securing them. Some larger things. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan of postcards anymore. I was at a time, but like, imagine trying to trade this kind of postcard. It's such a pain. And then we have some larger TXT things, like their early photo cards and their lenticulars from Thursday's Child. More larger cards. These are like postcards from the member versions. These are POBs. Some merch cards from like shirts and stuff on tour. They're light stick cards. Some birthday merch. And some more tour stuff. These are from Dream Week. These would be sold with the Dream Week if you saw what I was talking about earlier. And then we also have some OT5 sets that came with some larger merch items, deco kit, memberships. These are also deco kit. These are just some Yeonjun, Subin, and Bongju cards that I wanted to keep. That are not Kai cards that are in the other binder. Some more OT5 sets, and then some last cards that I decided to keep. And the deco kit Polaroids, and my first ever group card that one of my friends gifted me when I first moved to California. So yeah, that is this binder. Let me attempt to push everything back over the other side, which is difficult. These these pages were not meant for this binder, and they do fit, but they get stuck a tiny bit. Yeah, mostly I'm a Meow Cafe supplies girl, but since I already had a bunch of those, I decided to just use them. So yeah, that is that. We're moving to our last non-Stray Kids binder. So this is our girl group binder. Okay, so we start with kep1er. We have my Hia collection. I do collect all of her Korean and Japanese album cards. I used to be really on top of it. You'll notice like the first 3-4-ish eras are fully complete, and then after that we'll see some more holes starting to pop up. kep1er's become a lot harder to trade for, and I just haven't been like looking as much because I'm not having very much success. But I do want to get back into collecting her more fully. That's definitely a second half of 2025 goal for me, is to just fill in some of these spots. Maybe not 100% because I think I won't really be able to do that, but just get a lot more of them. So yeah, that's through Tippy Tap, and now we're into the non-album pages. So we do have some First Impact POBs. This is the Star Magazine, a Do Blast broadcast. Some more Do Blast and Into Troubleshooter. This is a broadcast, and this is a Christmas broadcast. And then just some POBs. Some more POBs. This is like one of my favorite Hia cards ever. It's so cute. These are from a magazine that I can't remember the name of. Some Japanese cards. Some Love Struck cards. And then these are Magic Hour and Tippy Tap. And then we have some OT9 sets from some various merch. I double-sided them to save some space. I have not been collecting as many Kep1er like non-album things like DVDs recently or anything, but I do have their early membership kits. I wanted to get one this year, but I forgot, and the period for purchase was over by the time I remembered. So yeah, these are POB sets that came with the albums. This is a Plave set. And then yeah, that's it for the Kep1er collection. And then this is my other girl group section. So first we have UNIS. I do collect Jelly, and I plan to be collecting her more fully, but honestly UNIS is a little bit hard to trade for. So I'm not really putting in fillers or anything. I'm just gonna like slot them into place as things arrive. And then we have Katseye. I do need to put this Megan card back in there. So I do plan to collect Megan fully, but I also just like haven't put the fillers in yet. I do have a couple cards on the way, so I think that in the near future I'll be setting up more of a Katseye section. And then we have Hannah Bang, we have a couple of her Perfect Blues cards, and then also 2 signed things. And then we have La Seraphim, so we have some Chaewon and Yoonjin cards, mostly just album cards, but also a couple of Hello 82 cards. And then we have IVE. I collect ESO mostly, and a couple of 1AM cards when I pull them. Most of those are on my shelf right now though, so there's only one of her in here right now, and then one of her IZ*ONE cards. And yeah, that is that for my girl group binder. We are officially entering Stray Kids territory now, which is a little scary because we have 3 binders that are Stray Kids binders, so everyone grab a snack. It's gonna be quite a journey. Okay, so let's start with OT8. Here we go. So OT8 binder number 1. This is the OT8 album binder. We do have an OT8 non-album binder that we'll be looking at right after this. Okay. So we start with the most recent era, Hop. And then we also have the units. This album is, it still feels kind of recent to me, but I feel like I need to get on it. Like some of these things, these cards would not be that hard to fill in. The last unit I need, I feel like if I just spent a little time looking online, maybe on Nokia I could buy like sets. These are the accordion versions. There were 3 accordion version cards this time. Let me scoot this. There we go. And then this is the Plave set, the Nemo version. That's what JYP calls it, and the Nemo version sticker set. And then we're into 8. I do have Chan, but he's on my mom's concert bag right now. And then we have the limited, is it the limited version? No, it's the Chick Chick version. Still missing Felix, but other than that, the set is complete. Missing 1 unit from this era too. And then we have the sticker sets. I absolutely love the styling from this era, like the fluffiness. I'm such a big fan. More stickers, the unit stickers, and then the accordion version sets for 8. There were only 2 this era, so this set is the normal version and this is the POB set. And then the Dark Nemo set, which I like far better than this one. Not a fan of the logo being on there. It makes the cards look cheaper in my opinion. Like they're still cute, but not as cute. I think I'm gonna zoom in a tiny bit. Oop. There we go. That looks so much better. Okay, that's my bad. And then we have the letter version and the lip cards on the back, because I think they're a tiny bit creepy, so I just put them back there. And then we have Rockstar, the other standard version, and the Rockstar Digipack and Digipack POB, the Polaroid set, the Nemo version set, and then 5-star, my first OT8 collecting era, so it's very precious to me. We have the egg cards, the other standard cards, and then the Digipack cards. Still missing Jisung for this one, but other than that, this era is actually complete. And then we do have a couple random sets in back. So we have the ordinary ID cards and the ordinary Frankenstein cards because they're so cheap. I was just like, let's just collect them. And the Christmas Evil Pop set. Leo is in my collection, just somewhere else right now. So yeah, that is the OT8 album collection. And we can move right along to the non-album binder. Here we go. Oop, what's that? This is the non-album binder. Yay! Okay, so we start with the OT8 pop set that came with the accordion version for Hop. I don't know where it came from. I'm not sure which store, so sorry. And then we have the one that came with 8. We have the most recent fan kit. Yeah, the fan kit. Photo card sets. This was a very cute fan kit. I did unbox it on here if you're interested. I think it was in a collective haul though, so you might have to look for it in the thumbnail. And then we have the like lucky cards. What are they called? The fortune cards? I can't remember. And then we have the previous fan kit, which was the 4th gen. And then we have the 3rd gen cards. I guess this set is technically Skiz Replay album cards, but it came in the fan kit, so I consider it to be part of it. And then we have the most recent season's greetings. Love these cards. I love the glasses. They're so cute. This is my favorite concept for season's greetings. Like, it's just so plain and like soft. So obsessed. I had this photo as my profile picture on Instagram for so long on my trading account. Then we have Skiz Mini World, which was such a colorful and unique concept. I'm into it. And then we have the Tamagotchi set. My friend Shay gifted this to me for my 19th birthday this year, which was so sweet. I was stunned. I opened it with her on my driveway, and I was just like, what do you mean, Shay? What do you mean you got me it? I would show you guys my Leave It Tamagotchi, but I put him to the side and I can't reach right now, so you're gonna have to just believe me that he's adorable. And then we have some merch pobs. So these are the Dominate online merch pobs. And then this is the 5-star Dome Tour merch pobs. And then yeah, this is the Stray Kids larger inclusion section. So we start with sign things. So we have Lino and Chan for 5-star and Lino and Jisung for Rockstar. I do have a couple extras that are up on my shelf right now. So like I have Jisung for 5-star and Chan for Rockstar up on my shelf. And then Chan, Lino, and Jisung for 8, and Hyunjin's up on my shelf. Chan and Jisung for Hop, and then Lino's up on my shelf. And then we have the VIP pack of postcards from the Dominate Tour, which makes me so happy seeing them in here. The Dominate Tour was so incredible. I went to LA Day 2, and I did actually manage to have barricade because the staff there was so incredibly accommodating with my POTS and really helped me to be okay during the show and like feel safe and get down there using the elevator and stuff. And they let me in early along with the other people, not just me, the other 88 people. We all got to have such a good experience, like getting up there without having to like rush around other people. It was so good. And then yeah, I did actually manage to high five Chan and Jisung, which was just incredible. Like 2/3 of my bias line. You're actually kidding. Luck was crazy. And also the people around me in the actual pit were so sweet. Made a new friend. Shout out to Indiana. She was so sweet. She saved my place so that I could go out and sit down for a while when my symptoms started flaring a little bit, and then come back to the barricade to be able to high five Chan and Jisung. Like, I love stays. I love stays so much. Like, that was so above and beyond, and just like it made my experience so incredible, and I'm so grateful for the staff and the venue and all the people in the pit and the boys, of course. It was just so incredible. So yeah, some more random 4 pocket size items. These are a Maniac Japan postcard set, Maxident, some Nacific stuff, some more random stuff. Nacific, this is 8. These are the No Easy POBs that I don't know where the other 2 are because they came in sets of 4. And then we have Chan and Lino and Changbin for the Rockstar postcards, and Lino's receipt for 8, and then OT8 for the OOTD 5-star set. So I love these. Like, graphically, they're so cool. Big fan of Hyunjin's because of all the different colors. It just looks really good. And then we have the Maxident postcards. So we have Chan, Lino, Hyunjin, and Seungmin. And for Ordinary, we have Chan, Changbin, and Han. This space is reserved for Lino's eventually. And then for Go Live, we have both of the unit fold-out poster things. And for No Easy, we have Lino and Jongin, and then on the back, Hyunjin and Felix. And that is that for the Stray Kids OT8 collection. Now we're gonna pull out the Lino collection, my favorite collection. It's gonna be probably the longest one because I'm gonna be spending the most time on each page, but it's gonna be fun. Let's move on to that. Yay, here we go. Okay, this is the Lino collection. So, we can start first with the Korean album section, which is complete with the exception of just some of the limited cards. So, here we go. IMU Limited, still missing that. Still missing Miro Limited. And Yellowwood, the pre-order card. The Levanter Limited is on the way from a group order that I'm actually hosting. And then Go Live Limited is so hard to find, so still missing that. No Easy, Christmas Evil, and Maxident. I'm aware that Maxident and Ordinary are in the wrong order. I don't know how that happened. I just have not gone back to switch it yet, so that's definitely a soon thing. And then a lot of the more recent eras I've been collecting OT8, so there's less of these, but we do have a few things from the more recent eras. And then we're into the Japanese album section. So we have Social Path and Giant, and then Hollow Setup. I'm aware there were older eras, but a lot of those cards are more of that size and they don't fit super well, so those are kind of a lower priority collection for me as of right now. Yeah, and then we have, this is kind of the random page. So like some occasional Polaroid things, some DVD cards, random merch cards. This page is also some more like event cards. This is a pop-up store, a stay zone, I believe pop-up store, another stay zone. And then we have brand collaboration. So this is Nacific. We have every single round except for a couple of them have fillers still. I ordered from Nacific a full set, but there still were like 3 cards missing, which is annoying. But eventually I will go and fill those ones in. And then these are also Nacific, and at the very end there's a couple of SLBS cards. I am totally aware of what arose with their collaboration with them. So I did not go further into getting any more cards, but I had already purchased these, so they are just staying in my binder, because I do think they're pretty. And then we have some actual POB spots put in. So I decided to go ahead and figure out which POBs I want from each era, which is not full. I'm not fully collecting his POBs, but it is a decent amount of them. Just so I have a few from each era at least, and I could, when I'm shopping for them, I don't have to like look at it and go, well, do I really want this? Because I already have like a template set up within my binder. So yeah, we have spots put in here for Go Live, In Life, and No Easy. And then Ordinary, Christmas Evil, and Maxident. So yeah, I do have a few cards for these earlier eras, but definitely not as much as the later ones. Some more Maxident, and then into 5-star. More 5-star, the Lucky Draws. And then we start getting into Rockstar. Yeah, these eras are the ones where I start having some more. I say as there's like nothing on this page. Rockstar. Some more Rockstar Lucky Draws. They did so many Lucky Draws that era. It was actually crazy. And then we're into 8. Definitely have more for 8 and Hop. Only missing a couple for this era. Mostly like Walmart. Because why is Walmart so hard to find? My Walmart never stocks albums, and I always forget and I don't order them in advance, and then I go on release day and there's nothing there, and I'm shocked. Again and again. Someday I will learn and just order. And then we have my favorite era, personally, for cards. Pop. They're just so unique, and like I love the youth cards. Absolutely love the glasses card. I did manage to get one of the Real Touch cards. Absolutely obsessed. It's so cute. I scored this thing for such a cheap price. It's actually absurd. Not gonna price drop it, but it was such a crazy experience. Oh my goodness. And we have lucky draws. And then yeah, space to start setting up the next era. And that's that for my Lino collection. That actually went way faster than I thought it would. This is my most well-organized collection. Probably next to my BOYNEXTDOOR collection. Definitely like in order of priority, I would say second half of this year, getting the limited cards so I can be fully done with my album collection and maybe completing some of these Japanese collections as well. The POBs are like lower priority as long as I'm keeping up to date with new release POBs. So yeah, that, BOYNEXTDOOR, get some of those Taesan cards in there. Try to complete Hiei a little bit. And yeah, I'm trying to like push myself a little to go to concerts, so like budgeting is a little different for me this year. Obviously going to the Grammy Museum for BOYNEXTDOOR. I also got Katseye tickets. I got the VIP package, which I'm so excited for. Usually I have a really hard time pushing myself to go to things that I have to like talk to people at, but I don't know, I'm just pushing myself to like have a really good time at that and do like the photo and stuff. It'll be so fun, but I just need to like get out of my own way, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm also going to enhypen. So excited to see enhypen, so excited to see BOYNEXTDOOR. It's just gonna be really fun rest of the year. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my collection tour for the middle of 2025. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this. Maybe check out some of the links down below. If you are interested in any of the albums we talked about earlier, links to my Instagram down below and also my personal Instagram. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.